And off the top at 5:30, we continue to follow breaking news out of Star Island. Several law enforcement agencies are raiding the home of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy.
And tonight, we are learning it may be tied to alarming allegations. Let's get right out to CBS News Miami's Larry Seward. He joins us live from the scene with what we know so far. So, Larry, what can you tell us at this point?
Authorities not confirming very much beyond the fact that this is part of an ongoing investigation started by Homeland Security investigations in the state of New York. Behind me, that is the entrance to Star Island. You can see the Miami Beach police car there at the entrance. If you look to your right, you can see this is where the Homeland Security investigations are set up with their command posts. We've seen not only HSI police, we've also seen an FBI agent and numerous other officers going in and out of the house that is behind it. You can see the beige complex there. That home, we understand, according to property records, owned by Sean Combs, or Diddy as he is known. That property, again, being searched at this hour. We also know, obviously, Sean Diddy Combs has properties in Los Angeles and New York. We understand from our colleagues in Los Angeles that earlier today, the helicopter hovered above one of Diddy's homes there, that a similar enforcement they showed up there as well to search the property. It's not clear exactly what they're searching for or the details of the investigation. We've asked Homeland Security about that. They're only saying that this is part of an ongoing investigation led by New York, but obviously the properties in Los Angeles and the property here in Miami being searched as we speak. We're going to stay on top of this story and bring you more details as we get it. But back here live, you're looking at, again, HSI police setting up their investigation at this house. You can look and see in the driveway, the gate, it looks like that gate has been disabled because it's sort of just leaning up against the pillar on the side as they're backing a van up into the property. Again, we're going to try to get as much information as we can. We've talked to neighbors. They told us that these police officers showed up about 2 or 3 hours ago. So again, we'll dig for information, have more for you as it comes out. For now, we're live on Star Island. Larry Seward, CBS News. Miami.
Boy, oh boy. Streeter, first of all, I want to say before we get started, Coach was gone for a minute, but I'm back for the jump off. Had to take care of some stuff, man. How you been, man? It's been a week, man.
Chilling, man. Yeah, man, we back at it. Been a week, man. Too bad we got to come back.
So listen, man, we in
jump back down in this
go ahead.
I said, yeah, too bad we got to jump. We back at it with this news.
Bro, every day it seemed to be some tragedy, bro, some craziness, bro. But anyway, we are on the corner of Hayes Street, man. We in New York at Times Square, where there's always somebody breakdancing down there in the bottom right-hand corner. But before we get into the breaking news here with what Coach Prime has said about Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, so far as coming up in the draft, we'll get into that. But we always talk a little bit to get people in. We already got 97 people in the building. Appreciate it. Make sure you come on in, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We are dual streaming this on Coach Hayes Football as well as on my dog over there, Footballville, man. So what's been up, man? What you been up to the past week, man, before we get this thing started?
Oh, no, man. Chilling. Same thing, man. Grinding out here. Going out to practice spring football I got going, man. Just doing my thing, bro.
I feel you, man. Well, let me give a couple shout outs to some folks out here I see in the building, man. Angel in the building, LNV in the building, Ham, Martin Quinn, Sterling, all these are the members, man, in the building. Sean Kemp, what's up with you, man? It's the LNV. OCOV Fat Boy. Man, I don't know how you get your name like that all crazy and weird, dog, but shout out to you for even knowing how to do that. Joshua weird. Yeah. It's not look. It just put this up on the screen. Look how it looks. His name looks so different than everybody. I don't know how he does it, but shout out to him for that, man. We got Rob the Man Media, baby, in the building. Please say the baby, but don't say take that. Anyway, shout out to Rob, man, in the building, man. But we're gonna get into it, man. So what's your thoughts here, P. Diddy? People had their thoughts on with what's the young lady that sued him? Shaving the side of her head. I forgot her name. That quick.
Cassie.
Most people are going to say she was kind of the catalyst to get this thing started going, man. What's your take on it, man? But
I,
where there's
I
smoke,
think
there's
it's,
fire.
I think it's been a few catalysts. But I mean, when it all got started, man, I probably got an unpopular opinion about this. When it all got started, to me, it didn't look like Cassie. It didn't look like Cassie. Like it didn't look like this was a Cassie issue. This to me looks it looks no different. It looks the same way every time you ask me. It's always the same play. When somebody of power is about to get took down, it's the same play every time. I mean, and so when Cassie comes out, then somebody comes out after Cassie. Then now you got the producer with this huge lawsuit against him, and it's elaborate and it's like, no, that's not individuals to me. To me, that is the feds, and then boom, the feds show up.
So you mean the feds put Cassie up to this, or talk to her, or what? Is that what you're saying?
It just seems like all of a sudden these people are so afraid of Diddy blowing up their car and stuff, right? They're afraid of him. Oh, they're frightened of Diddy, and then all of a sudden everybody become brave at the same time.
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't followed. I'm not a celebrity news follower and all that stuff. But I was just saying real quick, man, it's breaking news. So that's really why we're talking about it. Like they just raided the crib in Miami, Star Island, and the one in Beverly Hills. So we're kind of just talking about that real quick. You know, we talk about all kind of stuff. We do sports, but y'all just relax for a second, man. Hang out with your boys for an hour, man. God, relax. But I was just saying, man, when you see this kind of stuff, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And one thing about the feds, they don't move, in my opinion, until one, they're ready. They could have you already in the clink 4-5 years already, but they're not ready to make a move until they're ready to make a move. And two, when they do make that move, they pretty much have what they need in order to make that move and kind of make it ironclad. You know what I mean? Now, how they get that stuff, that's a different story. But when you see them do simultaneous home raids at the same time, and this was crazy. This for sex trafficking. I didn't even know Buddy was into all this. I thought he was just into some kinkiness with his lady, and he was, you know, maybe roughing her up a little bit and want to do some wild stuff with her. But now you talking about sex trafficking, bro. Come on, bro. What is happening with these rich cats? First it was Jeffrey Epstein, now this dude, you know what I mean? And the famous island and all that. So what's your thoughts?
I don't know. Hey, I can't jump on that bandwagon. I mean, because they said the same thing about Robert Kraft, right? He went to a massage parlor. And what he was accused of was of being part of a sex trafficking ring, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he took part and being at the so dog, when they say stuff like that to me, man, it sounds so sensational, but I don't know where I would have to see what his part in it was. Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, they could put sex trafficking on. They could put sex trafficking on. You could be involved with something, not even knowing the people there was sex trafficking. And then they gonna pinch you with sex trafficking.
No,
you know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it. Right. I mean, it's the headline, right? Yeah, so that's what I say. It's weird.
Yeah, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how bad of a person Diddy is or what Diddy have done, but it just seems like the same play gets played on men of power. Russell Simmons had to get out of the country. Oh, rape. It's always the same stuff. Rape, some woman. It's always the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Diddy was going to just flee the country or something, because it was obvious to me.
They said he was gone. He's out the country. That's what they say. But, you know, like I said, I'm not a celebrity news channel. I'm not TMZ.
I don't know, bro. To me, man, I just, like I said, I think we saw what Trump did, right? He's fighting tooth and nail about to run to be the president, right?
I think he got like 91 charges. He got 91 charges.
Huh?
He got. I ain't never seen nobody beat 91 charges, dog. Something got to stick, dog.
Who after him? Because the fans ain't after him. Who after him? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
bro. Hey, I couldn't beat 4 parking tickets, so I know this dude get off 91 charges, boy. Golly. Hey,
yeah, bro.
I'm just serious. If you get off of 91 charges, that's gangster with a capital G. That's all I'm gonna say. Whether right, wrong, and different, I don't care who. If you get off of 91 charges, dog, What the fuck?
Jay Boxing say Puff Daddy problems came with the people, problem with the people in the liquor company when he went to suing the liquor companies and stuff. I mean, everything in America is about power, bro. Power and money. You know what I'm saying? And who's your friends? Yep. Who are you acquainted with? And yeah, he started talking different here lately. Puffy was going on Earn Your Leisure, going to the Invest Fest. You know what I'm saying? He started talking different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know how harsh he was to Cassie. I don't know how bad he was to Cassie. Nobody should be treated like that. All I know is that this happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think it happens a lot to to black guys in power, and they go down the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it, but let me ask you this. Let me be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy in the chat. Well, if he knows that, why be a part of that? Whether you you know, if you know that, for example, and like you said, you can stick it in any. I would say stick it in anything. You can stick the situation to anything, right? I get it. Like Robert Kraft will get a massage and end up with a happy ending and all that stuff. But I'm gonna be that guy right now in the chat that says, well, if he know better, he should do better. You see, the play is already been, like you said, you see the play, but yet you're a smart and shrewd businessman, so you should be able to see that play coming. Why get involved in those type of situations that can put you into that kind of situation, if that makes sense what I'm saying? What would be your response to that?
I don't know what situation he was in. Like I don't know. I don't know what he did. Like I don't know what he did. Like that's like saying Bill Cosby. Why, hey Bill, why go to the Playboy Mansion and get involved with drugs if you know one day, 30, 40 years from now, somebody may say Bill slipped him a roofie. Why do that, Bill?
I don't know. I'm being that guy right now. I'm that guy that's in the chat about to break my thumbs to tell you he should know better. He should see the play 40 years from now. I'm just being that guy right now.
I think when it's time, I think when they come get you, they come get you. Like I don't think you have to be this malicious guy. I don't think Bill Cosby was some. I don't think he was a Jello pudding pop guy, bro. Like I don't think he was some Bill roofie sneaking. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come get you, when it's time to come get you, they'll come get you.
Because I'm gonna tell you this as I think about it.
The guy who owns the house, he good.
Oh, he good. He good.
He the one walking around. Who's the menace?
Jello pudding pop. So I will say this. It seems like, to your point, this is the play. When the feds want you, they go after sex type crimes right now, right? Maybe because it's hard to prove, it's hard to disprove. It used to be, apparently, how the feds used to get people were taxes back in the day, right? That's how they got Al Capone. They didn't get him on any crime. They got him for tax evasion. Out of all the stuff, everybody knew Al Capone was the gangster of all gangsters. Prohibition, illegal liquor sales, all that stuff, shooting up folks. But we finna get you for taxes because we can make that right. You can't deny. Like a witness can come up there and you can shut him up. You can't shut up taxes. Right? You can't shut that up. And when it comes to this now, when you start seeing this part of the sex trafficking stuff, this is where it's hard, because if you're a person that don't believe Cassie, now you're victim blaming. Right. If you do believe Cassie and it come out to be true, then you've persecuted a guy that's innocent. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like even right now in the chat, everybody's here. Oh, Diddy, old freak. Diddy, old freak. Well, you don't have really any. I haven't seen video evidence or proof. I haven't been looking for it either. However, I haven't seen it. But at the same time, that's what it is. Matter of fact, shout out to Chuck in the building. He said the RICO charge. Just like you see Young Thug. Young Thug now on the RICO charge.
That's another one, the RICO charge.
Yeah. That's wild, man. But yeah.
So listen. Now I'm gonna ask Chat GPT. I'm gonna ask Chat GPT. What is? Oh Lord, Chat GPT got a lot to say. What is sex? ChatGPT, what is sex trafficking and what is the sex trafficking crime? Let's see what ChatGPT says.
Sex trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery involving the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. Every year, millions of men,
Get closer
women,
to your
and
mic.
children are trafficked worldwide,
Huh?
including in the
Put
United
it close
States.
to your mic.
It can happen in any community, and victims can be of any age, race, gender, or nationality. Traffickers might use violence, manipulation, or false promises of well-paying jobs or romantic relationships to lure victims into trafficking situations.
See?
Under the United Nations Protocol to Prevent, Suppress, and Punish Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, also known as the Palermo Protocol, sex trafficking is specifically defined as the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of persons by means of the threat or use of force or other forms of coercion, of abduction.
Stop right there.
That's
Stop
so
right there.
vague. He caught, dog. He done. It's so vague.
Stop right there. That's what I'm saying. But when you think of it, you think of an 8-year-old little girl, a pack of 8-year-old little girls being transported across Mexico state line.
In a van. Yeah. Yeah.
In a van.
Yeah.
Right.
Or a cargo ship or something like that in a cargo container on the ship. Now I'm with you, man.
Right. Right. But what it really is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's vague. You just said it. It's vague. It could really be Kathy was mad. He took her from Las Vegas to LA. She was afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Because he just said, because I'm gonna just call her old girl because I don't know what you call her, but Chatina. But Chatina just said, even with the promise of a well-paying job, man,
Right.
I don't want no part of that pressure.
Diddy
I
is
don't want no
guilty of
part of
that.
that, bro.
Diddy is guilty of that, and half of the industry is.
Matter of fact, that dude right down below you with the white shoes, he guilty too. I just seen him talking to old girl. He done. Man, I don't want to. Man, that's bro. That's tough
That's how
right
we
there,
use
man.
AI 2024, dog.
Yeah.
This is our lawyer. This is our lawyer right here. What we gonna call our lawyer? What we gonna call her? We gotta give her a name.
That's Chatina. That's Chatina Jebeti. Chatina Jebeti.
Chatina Jebeti. So we got Chatina
She sound like she got a.
Jebeti.
She sound like she's a sister.
Hazelini, the mob boss.
Coach Coleon. Coach Coleon.
Coach Coleon.
Shout out to Reggie for that. But anyway, man, let's dip into this. We got 188 people in there.
It's sad, bro. It's sad. Diddy brought us a lot of great music, a lot of good times, a lot of fun times, dog. I don't know if he killed Biggie. I don't know if he killed Craig Mack. I don't know if he killed El Harrell. I don't know if he killed his baby mama. I don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? but he brought us Flavor in Your Ear remix. You know what I'm saying? He brought us Bad Boy. Come out and play.
Boom. Hold on. You forgot about. Hold on. I gotta say this now. You missed one. Remember, J-Lo was about to be an old co-defendant around here. Remember that?
I remember that.
Hold on. He done got Shine locked up. Shine got locked up. So Diddy, here's what was funny though. A lot of stuff circulating around this dude. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, not trying to be funny, but I always say where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, how big the fire is, that's just me determined. Huh?
LMV said Streeter got an alliance to losers. LMV, I think LMV, this is what I think. I think the world isn't what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think people, I think the world isn't what we think it is. And everybody that they say he's the bad guy, he got an island with kids on it. We're not sure about him. We're gonna come back and get him in 10 years. But he's a bad guy, and he's a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? He giving people HIV and ain't telling nobody, and he's a actor. All right, he's harmless. We ain't gonna mess with him. But and I think
Charlie Sheen, bro.
Yeah, who's bad guys?
Oh well, somebody should have joined the Illuminati. That's all I can tell you.
Stories get told. It's how the story gets told. You know what I'm saying? Stories get told the way they want to tell them. So no, it's not. I got an affinity for losers. If P. Diddy is guilty, he guilty. But I saw Bill Cosby's son get killed. Then I saw Bill Cosby get took to jail for date rape from 40 years ago. Man, just change the subject, man. What?
Yeah, we finna go to the thing. I didn't want to say that. Shout out to LMV that hit you with the Cat Williams line. He told Shannon Sharp that you sure do have an alliance to losers. Hey, that's funny. Shout out to LMV, boy, the producer in the building. Really flaw what's going on. Emmett and so forth and so on, man. Shout out to everybody on both sides of the street here. We are in New York right now at Times Square, over 200 people in the building. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Coach been gone for a week. Had to take care of some stuff with the family. It was the old girl birthday, man. So we had to celebrate that. Got family in town and everything else. So we good to go. We back at it.
I told him you had a party for your old girl at Tootsie's. I told you mama had a stripper party. An over 40 stripper party.
Over 40? Well, let me tell you something. It was some gifts in there. It wasn't no milfs. It was some gifts, some grandmas I like. So anyway,
grandmas I like that.
Listen. Hey, one of them did a handstand. Tell me, hold on, let me take these out right quick because they might fall out. Stop playing. Anyway, hey, it's a family show. I'm sorry, kids. All right, here we go. Real quick, let's get into this, man. Coach Prime is back in the news. Always, and he's going in and he says that Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, I forgot what show he was on. He's on his book tour. I think it's called the 21. Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
What?
Really, Flaw got me real cautious about how I speak. So I'm trying to be very positive.
Too.
I don't want to create
You got to talk about it. We got it right here. Come on, let's go.
What is it called? Oh, here we go. So real quick, I'll set the stage then for it. All right. Hold on. I'm going to set the stage. Pause it for a second. So real quick, if you haven't seen this, Living Under a Rock, Coach Prime is on here talking about no, this was the Gilly show. He was on $1 Million Worth of Game when he said what he said. That's the wrong clip. Street, is it?
Okay, no, okay, he done said a bunch of shit. What you talking about? Which part you
talking about? The one where you're talking about the pick, where they're gonna be picked 1 through 4. 1 through 4. That was on that Wallow.
Yeah. This is the one where he said he knew if he would have came this year, he would have been top 3.
So yeah, we'll chop it up. We get that one prepared too. So that's where we are, just to kind of recap, and then we'll talk about it. Go for it, Street.
Gotta go jacket at the crib thing. I think I know some people. You know the Jerry Jones is that?
Let's see, first
quarterback off the board.
You're saying you want to be the first quarterback off the board.
I know some people in the game. Roger Goodell's. I know some people. So when I speak, I'm not just throwing stuff out of my head. I'm throwing stuff based on knowledge. So let's just get that straight. If Shedeur would have gone in the draft this year, he probably would have been the second. He wouldn't have been the first quarterback off the board. I think he had the ability, but he probably would have been the second quarterback off the board. Let's just get that straight. The only reason I know that.
You've never ever heard anybody say anything like that, though, about the draft, though.
You're right. You're right.
And I got a clip.
Huh?
Yeah, and I got a clip from Shedeur, but you've never heard anybody talk like that.
Well, I think it's a different dynamic, right? You have a coach in Coach Prime and the quarterback who can really play in Shedeur is his son. I don't know another dynamic. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you have the Eli situation, Eli Manning and Archie Manning, but Archie Manning wasn't coaching, right? I don't know another dynamic. There have been some coaches that have coached their sons, but of course, those coaches are not Deion Sanders, right?
Right.
So this dynamic is probably the first of its kind. And the kind of guy he is, his son can really play quarterback, and Travis Hunter can really play football, whether it's offense or defense, whatever you decide. So he's marketing this thing correctly. I'm not mad at him at all, to be honest. I don't get like this kind of stuff. I don't get mad about because he's using his superpower. Like, he wouldn't be Deion Sanders if he wasn't doing this. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just his superpower. Those kind of things I don't knock. And that's just how I look at it. I'm trying to keep my sandwich straight, really flawed. Hope you understand. I need a grade after this Go ahead. I'll tell you what later. My sandwich. For the people that know, she got a channel. Y'all go check her out. But y'all will know. But anyway, go ahead. I'm trying to keep my sandwich straight. But go ahead, Street. What's your thoughts on it?
No, to me, for us to be in media, dog, it's super entertaining, and sometimes it look like, oh man, all you do is post Colorado stuff, man. But you've never heard guys speak like this, and it has nothing to do with black and white. You know what I'm saying? And you just never heard guys speak like this since Bobby Knight or somebody maybe. And Bobby Knight wouldn't talk about the draft. You feel me?
Yeah, you may have some guys that here's the thing. He's very premature on his speak. For example, he's talking before the season has been played. Most coaches won't speak like this until they're at the stage of where Caleb Williams is right now, where they already know he's one. Marvin Harrison, those are interchangeably 1 and 2, depending on who actually has the first pick after the season. But he's speaking before the season starting. And that's really what makes it controversial, right? In the eyes of a lot of people. So It's not the fact that he's speaking like this. It's when he's speaking like this. That's the problem when it comes to coaches, because, you know, and most coaches get asked these questions. So if Ryan Day is doing something, they be like, well, how special is Marvin Harrison Jr.? Or Lincoln Riley? Hey, coach, how special is Caleb Williams? And of course, they're going to big up their players, which they should. Right. But a lot of them don't come out and offer that information. And they definitely not going to do it, you know, say this time last year, you know, man, well, they're going to always PC that thing. Look here, Footballville, right now we're focused on the season. And, you know, we have ball games and we have to go out here and he has to make the throws and he has to make the plays and lead this team to a championship. Right. And that's the PC answer. Prime, like, man, look here, dog, my son going to be number 1. Travis Hunter going to be 2 or 3 or 4. And then yeah.
And it's for us, Hayes, for us, it's riveting TV. It's so refreshing. And it's something to cling to. Like it's even if he's wrong, like that's what I want people to understand. Even if he's dead wrong, the fact that he said it and went viral on Wallow and Gilly or whatever he's speaking on, you can't take it back. No, you can't take it back. No. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? It's kind of like wrestling back in the days when they would come out there and Mean Gene to be standing there. Oh, we got Macho Man. What do you know, Mean Gene?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, yeah. Under the lights. And that's what it reminds me of, because it's like...
Won't be a showdown in Motown. Oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. Elizabeth, come here. Mean Gene, let me tell you something for all the millions around the world. I'm going to have these in that steel cage match, and I'm going to bang his head against the cage until he says, Uncle. Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, that's kind of harsh there, Macho. If you're going to do all that.
Hey, shut it up, brother. Shut it up. This is my time. Get off the screen. Matter of fact, you know what? I can't take you anymore. Get off my screen. No,
and then Hulk Hogan just come into the interview. Oh, he just go, oh, here's Hulk Hogan right here. Here's Hulk Hogan. You got to say, man, it's going to be Friday night, and all the Hulkamaniacs are going to be out there with their shirts, and I'm going to tear my shirt open. And, dog, it's just entertainment.
24-inch pythons, baby. All the Hulkamaniacs. Anyway, listen, man, we're going to have fun with it. We're just having a good time. But I say this. I will say this about the whole situation. I'm not mad at it, right? Like I told y'all, I've come to the conclusion in 2024, Coach Hayes is not trying to change people's mind. I'm going to say my piece and be done with it. I'm keeping my sandwich positive, really flawed. I'm going to keep throwing your name out there because I'm really focused. I'll tell you about the street when we get off. But I'm making sure that, you know what, at this point, there's no telling What we can do is connect the dots backwards, right? We can't connect them forward. And I will say this, with people like Coach Prime that make those bold statements, you have to have an I don't give a damn attitude about the result, because you're not going to be right in everything that you say, right? And when you do that, you have to be able to take the criticism or don't care about the criticism. But it's one of those things where when you hit, it's big, right? When you hit on something, it's big. When you're off, yeah, you just move on like it didn't happen. It's a very political feel in the way of the conversations, right? You see politicians all the time, da, 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 da. And if it comes to fruition, then it does. If it doesn't, move on and go into something else. And that's just part of his stilo when it comes to marketing and everything else. You know what I mean? And he's very careful with what he says. I have to be very honest. Coach Prime is very careful with what he says. In the sense, it's strategic, I'll say, not careful, but strategic in what he says. But let me ask you this. Do you think Shedeur Sanders is a first 4 pick? Do you think he can go 1 through 4 in the draft? Well, I think he's a first rounder, definitely. But do you think he's a 1 through 4 pick? And then I'll get to the subjective part.
1 through 4. I think so.
Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think?
I think he went through 10. I think you're gonna get Travis Hunter in the top 4. I think you'll get Carson Beck in the top 4. Maybe Quentin Ewers. I think he'll be top. I think he'll be top 10. I just think they may struggle again this year, and I think they may struggle again. I think he's gonna throw the ball a billion times. But yeah, I just don't think that he's not going to have the success because of the team that's around him. So I think he may be top. I think he may be top 10, because there's no doubt in my mind the kid can fucking play. He can play. He's smart. He can throw the ball. He runs only when he has to. There's no doubt in my mind he can play. But I think you'll get a guy like Carson Beck, who's probably going to 12-team playoff. He's probably going to run the playoffs. He's going to be playing when nobody else is playing. He's 6'5", and plus he's my homeboy. I mean, so.
All right. But before we get to Travis, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna pose these questions here. I'm gonna put a little mustard on my sandwich. To your point and what you're saying, my way too early prediction for their season right now is 6-6 prior to the spring game. Once I see the spring game, I may stay the same, may go down, may go up. I don't know. But right now I'm at 6-6 like I was last year. I think there's some validity to what you're saying. A Carson Beck, who's at Georgia, who should be in the 12-team playoff. They should be in the 12-team playoff.
Right.
How do you, and I'm just saying this because it's about wins and losses at the end of the day. How do you, as a GM or whatever, pick a young man over a highly ranked team's quarterback in that sense, right? And he's kind of the motor back there, right? In that sense. How do you pick let's just say on the positive side, an 8-4 Colorado versus in the playoffs now, a 14, let's just say they lose 1 in the season, a 14-1 Georgia.
Right. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. He would have to really put up some crazy numbers. What's the kid from North Carolina? His junior year, the numbers he put up.
Drake May.
4,000. Drake May. 4,000 passing yards, 34 touchdowns. It'd have to be something crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But he has a chance. They finna throw that more 50 times a game. They don't even got running backs on their rosters. They got WRBs.
What's a WRB? Wide receiver back.
Wide receiver back. So they gonna toss that ball around the yard. It's going up 50 times a game. You best believe it. He's gonna have an opportunity.
Okay. So here's my question then. as you look at it, because I will say this, with 50-something sacks, right? With 50-something sacks, and still to have 3,000 yards. I'm telling you, I like Shedeur Sanders now. I don't have any beef. I always tell people the dude can knock the wings off a fly with a football. I say that all the time. I look at when he throws the balls. He does a good job with speed, accuracy, touch, velocity, all of that stuff, even under the duress he was under. And I will say, to get sacked 50-something times, to be knocked down other times, chased out the pocket, and still put up 3,000 plus yards. When you got quarterbacks who haven't done, they didn't break the 3,000. Lord have mercy, poor Tyler Van Dyke. He ain't never broke 3,000 yards. And he was supposed to be a Heisman hopeful coming in last year. But anyhow, long story short, Flo, what's up with you, man? Long story short, Flo, go in the corner. You in trouble. He said, I just saw Puffy at the Mint.
He better stay right there. Tell him don't move. It's going down. This is not a rehearsal. It's the real deal. They ain't gonna find
this is not a drill. This is not a drill.
It's not a drill. It's the real deal. Stay right there in the Mint with Quatisha and down the little sister. All right? You straight.
You straight. Just stay in the back corner back there. You'll be all right. But anyway, so I say all that. I'm saying that to say it's interesting to see where this will go, because I don't care what anybody says. When it comes to quarterback play, your draft stock does kind of move up and down with your wins and losses. Now, we can look at the Anthony Richardson situation. The difference with him is his size, right? His size was what kind of pushed him up the draft board. His arm strength, all the intangible things are the things that came to it. Shedeur is not Anthony Richardson's size by any stretch of the imagination. He's not 6'4", 240 or whatever the case may be, but the kid can throw a football. And I'm just being honest. I've always thought Shedeur could throw a football, from even when I did his WRE when he was coming out of high school.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to Shannon Sharp talk about this today too. And Shannon was kind of like, he didn't like the whole thing about saying that they're going to go, and we're going to get into the Eli part, so I know I'm skipping a little bit. I don't know, bro. I don't think his ability will hurt his draft stock. I think the overall team winning will either help or hurt his draft stock. I don't think he in particularly will hurt his draft stock. But like you said, how do you pass over a Carson Beck when the guy is, 14-1 or whatever the case may be, or that kind of thing, So I think it'll be an interesting dynamic. Now, what about Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter, I think top 3. I think Travis Hunter is about as exciting and marketable as a guy we've seen in a long time.
Okay.
And I tip my hat to Dion for allowing that man. Listen, bro. Listen, we done brought his name up. So give me a minute on this, Hayes. Give me a minute on this. We done brought his name up. Because I'm not going to let people forget the day that Travis Hunter chose Jackson State. And the world thought he had lost his mind. And the first time he stepped on the field, he started crying and he hugged Dion, basically because he had done walked the journey with the man. He had done walked that journey that most people don't walk. You know what I'm saying? He had to walk the path alone.
Mm-hmm.
And Dion brings him to Division I football and makes him a two-way player. So we watched a young man trust Dion and do something we've never seen anybody ever do ever. And then we watch Dion pay him back and say, here's the platform. This is how good you is. We're going to show the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what we could give Dion for doing that for Travis Hunter. So I'm never going to let people forget that story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Never. You add on top of that, Shedeur was a HBCU quarterback. If they never come to Colorado, I can see the joke for the rest of his life. Deion's son, your son was an HBCU quarterback. Shador gets to Division I and say, hey, man, this is about the same. The defensive lineman just a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And no people act like they didn't hear him say it. So what Deion did, bro, was miraculous, dog. Like what he did for those two was miraculous and something we've never seen before. And it worked out for Travis Hunter, dog. That book should be a bestseller.
I agree with that now.
Remember this? Why would Travis Hunter go there? They don't have good health tables, or they don't have good trainers, or they got, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Never forget. 9/11, what they say? Never forget. Never forget the route that them two took and that Deion drug him. So when people be like, well, why Deion only gives on his son? Man, that story, dog, when that story get played on the big screen 30 years from now, it's going to look crazy, Hayes.
Yeah, I would love to, years later. This is going to be years later. But I would love to hear, I don't know who the interviewer will be, but I would love to hear an interview and a candid interview about what Deion and Travis Hunter, like Shador, that's his son. That's an easy talk. Shador, you come with me. Like, you can have some talks, but I would love to hear how Deion cultivated that relationship with Travis Hunter. And to hear where Travis Hunter says, I trust him.
Right.
Like, what was the turning point? Because, yeah, even though you're Deion Sanders, that don't mean I trust you because you're Deion Sanders. You still got to earn that trust. And I would love to just hear, like, I would love to hear that honest, not a Hollywood and I'm just a sit down and have a legitimate conversation about, this is years later. Maybe even after, Deion old and gray and Travis may finish playing, maybe 10, 15 years from now. But I would love to just hear how that, because you always hear those stories about Allen Iverson and what's his name? Big John from Georgetown. What's the coach name?
John Thompson.
Yeah. And you hear Iverson talk about how that relationship was built. I would love to hear that conversation later, man. Not now. I think they're in the midst of what they're doing.
I think I met Travis Hunter before. I've been around him. I met him. I think sometimes when you take a message to somebody, if they're not ready for it, they're just not going to receive it. I think Travis Hunter is one of these special people that when he took it, he totally saw it. He had foresight. He could see. He understood exactly what he was saying. Hey, bro, this shit ain't really about football and doing push-ups. What it's kind of about is entertainment and marketing. And guess who I am? We know you can play football, but we about to make you a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make you a star. You go play for Saban if you want to. He ain't going to talk to you for a year.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. Here's what I'm going to say too, Street. I've always said this about, and here's where I'm going to make a distinction between two things. I think people don't understand, and I may be wrong as the day is long. It's just how I'm looking at it. The well-off media brand is a Sanders brand. It's not a Colorado brand. And I want people to understand, because I was under that impression that, they're showcasing Colorado football. They are in a sense, but not really. They're showcasing themselves. They're showcasing Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, Shiloh Sanders, and Shador Sanders. And sometimes you have some guest stars in there, the Jimmy Horn or this guy or that guy. But the main stars of this TV show are the Sanders. If you look at it, Travis Hunter is a guest star on Well Off Media.
Right.
He's not a focal point for and listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying I was under the impression that, it was going to be about Deion Sanders. I mean, about Colorado football, but it's not. And here's why I'm saying all that to say what I like of what Travis Hunter has done Travis Hunter has created his own social media lane. He's tied in with Barstool, so he used that relationship with Coach Prime to get into Barstool. He does his own YouTube channel. He has the thing with his girlfriend. I forget her name. I guess they wrap Christmas presents or whatever they do. He gets on there in his pajamas. He gets on there in his pajamas and he take questions. And he, I remember seeing one time he built his own player. Like I would take the feet of Waddle or Tyreek Hill. I'll take the hands of this person. Like he understands the assignment, but he's not waiting on them to do it. And I'm not saying that Coach Prime is not behind them or the marketing people are not behind them to push them, but I enjoy that he's doing his own lane. He's in his own lane with that.
Right.
And that's why I say I did a video talking about that. If I'm at Colorado and I wear black and gold and I have a number on the front of my chest and on my back, I'm gonna have a YouTube channel. Now, it may not be for everybody, but I'm going to maximize this opportunity as well. We saw Kamani McLean. I said this has probably been 3-4 weeks now. He put a video up of him backpedaling, just doing some workouts. 212, probably 250 now. 200-something views, and all he did was sit the camera up on the track, not the track, but on the practice field, and people watched him high step through cones and 200,000.
He didn't even try.
Didn't even try. Just set it up, press record.
He didn't even try. Just roll with it. He didn't even try.
Didn't even try. And so imagine, bro, I'm telling you. So anyway,
and people, and 1 second. So when Hayes say 200,000 views, right? When he says that, for people who don't understand how the money in YouTube work, you know what I'm saying? It equals money, but it also equals branding, your marketing, you putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like well-off media. So 200,000 views is money. You do that over and over again. He could literally do anything and get 100,000. He could literally be making 40, 50, 60, 70, 100,000 in YouTube money if he wanted to.
And I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna say it. If people, including myself, who does a Colorado show, is getting views and making money nowhere near what they're going to make because they're the actual centerpiece, why wouldn't I make it? And all I got to do is put my camera, sit it on a little tripod. You go to Walmart and get them for $8. Sit on the tripod and record 8 minutes and put it down. But anyway, you create your own NIL right there.
Yeah.
You have created your own NIL. These companies catch wind of it. Man, this dude doing 200,000 views of video. 200,000.
You just created a whole other lane of money, marketing. Yeah, you just open up. You just said it. Hey, you just open up a whole nother door of opportunity.
And we've talked about this before. I always bring up Jeremiah Smith, who is coming back to the Miami Hurricanes. I'm putting that on wax.
Went to lunch with him the other day.
Think about what you bring to the table. If I'm a guy that wants to do an NIL deal with D Streeter right now, and I offer you 50,000, cool. But D Streeter can negotiate or rebut it and say, guess what? Well, I appreciate that 50,000, but I'm gonna need 100 because I'm bringing 1 million subscribers with me.
It opens up so many doors.
Oh, they don't get it though. But they'll go to that. They'll go to Instagram, take a picture at the gas station in front of the damn cooler like this.
Ham say, y'all make it sound easy, but it ain't. You remember when TLC told us how you could sell 10 million records and still be broke? You remember that? And she was like, I'm finna show you how you can sell 10 million records and still be broke when we come back from that commercial. And I was in the record business then, dog. I sat at that television with a pen and a note. That was intriguing to me. Hey, I'm finna show you how making YouTube videos are super easy. This phone shoots better than most of the cameras at Best Buy. This phone also has YouTube. The phone shoots the video uploads from YouTube. Kamani McClain could walk around with his phone and say, I bet they got spaghetti in the cafeteria today. Travis, what you think they got in there? Man, I think they got fried chicken. And they get there like paper, rock, scissors, and then, oh man, they got spaghetti today, man. They're 200,000 views. It's as simple as that, my brother.
Do me a favor, dog. We always get.
There's no. What?
Do me a favor. We always get copyright here. If you don't mind, pull up Kamani McClain YouTube channel, and we're gonna show you that last video that did 200-some thousand views, and you say it's not easy. I'm gonna show you how easy. Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go to and say this piece that now this may not be for every player, right? This may not be for every player, but here's what I will say, especially to all other people out there. When everybody says the NIL, look what Coach Prime can do for you for NIL. So when you go to Colorado, not just for the education, trying to keep my sandwich clean here, not just for the education, but you're also going to the marketing genius and you're not marketing. To me, that's a wasted opportunity as a player. I've said this numerous times.
Okay. Before we show this video, hey, I got one better for you, dog. I pulled up Kamani McClain, trying to find his YouTube channel, right? And I found TS4T Sports Media for being locked on with Coach Prime. They did a Kamani McClain video, 6,000 views. I found Colorado Buffaloes, Kamani McClain putting in extra work, 7,000 views. They must be took his video and put it together again. Kamani McClain YouTube video, the last one he did, 11 minutes, 230,000 views.
Told you.
Because he's Kamani McClain.
Now watch how easy this video is. You talk about simple. It ain't no real editing in this. You don't have to do that if you're the guy. You don't have to edit it. Just play it for a little bit. You'll see. It's nothing extravagant. I'm not saying that as a negative. What I'm saying, it's not hard to do.
No, it's not. It's not. It's Kamani walking around with a little boy that will die to get in Colorado locker room that knows how to edit videos and shoot videos. He could have 3 of them people follow him every day, edit them videos, and because he's Kamani McClain, now he got a production team. They'll hang around just to be able to be on the sideline on game day or something. It's very easy, dog.
Look at it. We talking about a puppy, dog. It's a puppy on here. The dude walking. Like what I'm saying is he is not doing anything different, but what he would be doing, the only difference is it is now being recorded. And that's all these people want to see. And so it's not a knock. What we're saying is create your brand, create those different things. All right. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it's not hard to do in essence. But if you're saying you want the bag and you're waiting for somebody to bring you the bag, you ain't gonna get the bag. Create your own lane. And somebody brought it up. Right. I saw this the other day. I don't know who the young lady is on the UNC Tar Heels basketball. She killing it. She just got a fashion NIL deal with Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Why?
Was you the one looked up Haley?
She has a social media presence, huh?
Mm-hmm. What's the number one women's player in the world nation? What's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. You was the one who told me how much she made in NIL?
Wasn't me.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Probably about 4
You
million.
wouldn't believe 3 million, Hayes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And she don't seem to have a great personality. 3 million, dog, but she could shoot that rock. But she don't seem to have a great personality or none of that. See, no, even if you don't have a personality, right? What I'm telling you is this stuff is so serious that even if you don't have a personality, you could play 4-3-2 guys to hang around you with cameras and they just shoot your day. And me and Hayes know how editing work. They can create 12 minutes worth of video
Bro, these shorties so fast, dog. They quick on these phones. Bro, when I say they quick on these phones, I can't edit on the phone. I need a computer screen and a mouse. I can't do it. Well, I can't do it on my phone. I literally saw T2Y. We were at the game. T2Y filmed something, turned around and said, yeah, guy, blah, blah, blah. He sat right there. They want a TV timeout. This is the God's on the truth. They want a TV timeout. T2Y was on the phone like this. They ran one play. He was finishing. He was uploading it.
You a beast with it?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
I'm fast. I can do anything with it. I'm fast with it. But
I can't.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't have a personality, like Kamani McClain doesn't really have a personality like that. Like, and these kids are dealing with being cool. They're dealing with how people, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that you got to deal with, like how people see you, the comments, and that part isn't as easy as you think. That part they have to deal with, but actually putting the video together and posting it, oh man. YouTube has made it really simple.
Bro, all you gotta do is work out. Like you said, that video ain't much. He playing with a dog, he rapping. If you go through it even further, he doing his back pedal drills. Cool. 230,000 people saw that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I mean, I'm just saying the opportunity is there. A lot of people say they want to do it. Street, I don't know if you get these calls like I do. I'm not putting anybody out there. I hear people all the time. Hey, coach, I'm finna start my podcast, man. You got it, and I don't hear from them. And that's okay. But hear me out. That's okay. Hey, coach, what kind of mic you use? Coach, what kind of software you using? I ain't got no problem. I'll tell you, I will pay. I've actually done a lot of the legwork. Sit here on YouTube with McCain Juice and learn the stuff, and I don't have a problem. If anybody asks me, I tell them. Family, I just was around my family. I want to start my podcast, cuz. Blah, blah, blah. And what I need to do, this is what you need to do, A, B, and C. They're not going to do it. And that's okay. But people say they want things but don't want to do it. These kids say they want the bag, but they think the bag is going to come because you wear a Colorado helmet or a Miami helmet or a Georgia. It doesn't work that way unless you're the elite of the elite. If you are the Carson Beck, the Shedeur Sanders, the Penix, the Caleb Williams, but everybody on the team ain't the elite of that team. So you got to find a way. You understand? And that's all I'm saying about it. If you don't mind, let's roll a little bit, man. We got 305. Shout out 305. Hold your hand up, Street. Hold your hand up, Street. We got 305 in the building, man. Y'all clap it up. $305 people in the building. Uh-oh, we just went to West Virginia. 304. My bad. We got 304 in the building. We just went to West Virginia. But no, I was just saying, like, the opportunities are there. Let me ask you the next question, because I think Coach Prime is always strategic in what he says. He said that those guys would be picked 1 through 4, but then he came in and said, now that's all subjective based on such and such teams. Because prior to that, remember, he said he didn't want Shedeur to go to a cold weather program unless football team unless it was in a dome. And he basically was saying, hey, look, we're not going to a certain team. If not, we'll Eli this thing. Meaning the Eli Manning situation where he didn't want to go. Just for people that don't know, he didn't want to go to the Chargers, and ended up, they did a trade. They had to trade, I think, a first, second, and fifth pick or something like whatever it was. They traded him back to the Giants. That's where they wanted to go, that market. Do you agree or disagree with what Coach Prime says in regards to we're gonna Eli this thing?
I think what you hear is him sending a message.
Don't even try it. Don't even.
Yeah. It's the Chihuahua behind the door going. Well, at least you know it's something behind the door. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think what he's saying is he's sending a message because he knows he's been behind the curtain. He's not wild with what happens at the NFL. He's not afraid of them. He knows how it works. So he's sending a message. Don't get yourself some bad media pub messing with my son if you're in Chicago or Green Bay. Just go on, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't ahead get Quinn Ewers or somebody. I think so. That's what I think. I think he's sending a message.
Interesting, but it's interesting you say that. Now Shannon Sharp kind of disagreed with it, right? In that sense. I don't have a problem. I will say this. I don't have a problem with it because they're talking about the tide is turning with player empowerment. So far as Caleb Williams not doing anything on pro day. I mean, I'm sorry, on the combine day, but interviews, right? He went and performed at his pro day. Marvin Harrison said, and here's what's interesting, y'all. I want y'all to understand, and you just said some big street. I want y'all to understand where their advice and tutelage is coming from. Marvin Harrison, everybody knows that's daddy, Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison said, I'm not going, I didn't even come to the combine. Second is, I'm not working out at my pro day. I got 3 years of film. If y'all can't figure it out from there, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Now, I had to say this to you, Street. Everybody can't do that. And I get it. Right?
It can't.
But if you're the head honcho, do you think that's fair? Shout out to my son in the building. Go to bed, boy. Do you think it's fair that the Caleb Williams don't do those, or the Marvin Harrisons don't do those, or Deion Sanders throw their weight around to get their son different places? I'm just posing questions here.
I think the combine is set up to either add value or devalue a player. I don't think you have to be the head honcho to do it, Hayes. I'm gonna give you an example.
All right.
University of Miami wide receiver Xavier Restrepo is finna catch 1,500 yards and 20 touchdowns this year.
Okay.
He has so much tape that says with 3 different quarterbacks, any defense, little Restrepo will be open on 3rd down.
Okay.
I say, when I see his mama at practice tomorrow, I'm going to pull it to the side. Hey, listen, I'm not sure how fast Restrepo is at the 40. But, Mom, if I was you, I wouldn't run it.
All right, I'm listening.
I wouldn't run it. I ain't got to prove to them how fast I am because I have proved to them for 3 years that on 3rd and 11, I'm wide open. Any defense, any defender, I'm open. I'm not going to run something after all of this work I put in, after all of this proving y'all wrong that a little curly head Hispanic guy, he played this football game for y'all to devalue me in 4 seconds. Damn, Restrepo just ran a 4. What? I wouldn't run it.
Okay, so here's my question. Does he not participate at all, or you're just talking about that one event?
What else do they want to see him do? Only thing they want to know is he fast? So they can get him in the 4th round, knowing that he's a 2nd round talent.
Okay. I hear you. I don't know. Y'all know I love the Restrepo.
I don't think he has to do nothing. It's mysterious what he does. And when you put up the tape, you're going to realize this joker is a technician and playing wide receiver. And that right there is what he's good at. What else, hey? What else gonna give him value? What else gonna give him value on the combine? What else gonna give him value? The bench press? The sugar run?
So hear me out. This is what I'm gonna say to you. You said something big. You said that the combine either adds or takes away value. I believe the higher you are, it takes value away, right? It doesn't add value. You can't upgrade, number one. I don't think anything you do at the combine will like, if you're a top 10 pick, will make you jump unless it's just some astronomical number, right? maybe the Xavier Worthy number, you know, the 4-2-1 or what is it, 4-2-2-1 or something like that. But for most of those guys that's at the top of the mountain, there's nothing they could do that could add more value because those people know who those top 10 kids are. Guys like Restrepo, he could go both ways based on his numbers. He could add value by running a faster time than what people thought. I just saw somebody in here said, Restrepo is a 4.5 right here, Juice King Tony. He's a 4.5. But what if Restrepo runs a 4.48? It may add value. But if he runs a 4.59, he may lose value.
Right.
He's one of those guys, I wouldn't run it unless I have consistently through my training broke that 4.5 number. That's just me.
There you go.
I'll be talking about, ooh, Miami. I would go out there and run routes because I think he does that extremely well. And running routes is not about speed. It's more about, I think he does that well. That's why he is open on 3rd and 11. He can catch the ball. That's unquestionable. You know what I mean? But the problem is if you go out there and run routes, then why can't you run the 40? That's the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no clock out when they run them routes.
And they do it strategic. But they make you run the 40 first, I think, before you run your routes.
I don't even think I don't think his magic shows up in route running. I think his magic shows up when somebody's in front of him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, that whole thing is tough. I'll say this. Let me ask you about a guy we don't talk about. Shiloh. Even Coach Prime, I did see one of the videos. Somebody sent me a video where Shiloh kind of, I'm going to just say it, he checked his daddy. You know, everybody want to be, he didn't check his father. Oh, I'm sorry, really, Paul. I'm sorry. Keep my sandwich positive. Keep my zen, my cheat, my right in the middle. He was like, Dad, you was on Jimmy Kimmel. You ain't even bring me up. Something to that effect. I know I may have it wrong. For all the people that watch Well Off Media, they know it. If I'm wrong, let me know. So even in that piece where he talked about it, he was like, yeah, you know, Shador, Travis, you know, even Shiloh, it kind of like second, it kind of pushed him off a little bit. Where do you think Shiloh falls in this equation? Not part of Travis and them. I think they're so totally different athletes. But a kid like Shiloh, you know why I like Shiloh for some reason. As a person, as a player, I think he's a Power 5 player. I don't know if there's anything extraordinary about his game, but I do believe he's a Power 5 player. Now, the level of Power 5 you could get into. But where do you think he falls in this draft? Or do you think he's draftable? Do you think he's late, early, midday? What?
How tall is he?
Fact checkers in the chat. How tall is Shiloh Sanders? They'll put it in there within the next 10 seconds. Smiley. I don't know. I'll let them do it. But anyway, what's next after they put it in?
I think he's late, bro. I think he goes really late. He seems to understand football. He seems to be aggressive. He seems to not be that fast. And he looks undersized to me. He doesn't look as big, but I think he goes because of fanfare. Late. I think he goes late because of fanfare.
That's a big discrepancy. Sia says 6'1". Gerald D says 5'10". Uh-oh. No, that's a total of 3 inches.
I don't think he's 6'1", though. How tall is Shador?
Shador like 6'1", 6'2". I'm not
Shiloh is not 6'1". He is nowhere. He could be nowhere near 6'1". If that's Shador real size.
I'm just saying. Shador not taller than his dad.
He is.
Shador's taller than Dion?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Pull the picture up. Somebody pull the picture up.
6'1", but he's not. Prime not got to the internet.
I don't know if like I said, I don't know. Shador 6'2", they say. Viral authority
Yeah,
says 6'2".
yeah, Shadur 6'2", 6'3". Shadur.
See, here we go. See it now, 6'3". Here we go.
He's taller than his dad, though. I know that for a fact.
Gerald D said, I've talked to Shiloh face to face. He's not 6'1". So what is he? Is he shorter than? I mean, okay, if he's not 6'1", you got to give us another number, Gerald D. You can't just say, is he 5'10"? Is he 5'11"?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that boy 5'9", 5'10", man.
Anyway, here's what I'll say. I don't know where he falls. I think he does get drafted. I do think it's later. I think foot speed is an issue. And I'm going to say something. People don't want to believe this. When he caught that interception against Colorado State last year, he just passed, and that receiver, boy, if he would have had 10 more yards, that receiver would have got him, boy. And you got to think about it. That dude caught that ball running. This receiver was like, man, damn. Like, think about it. Shiloh didn't catch that standing still and had to take off. He broke on that, so he had a running head start, right? Yeah. And that doesn't mean that Shiloh is slow, but it is a telling story that, you know what I mean?
That's what first thing came to my mind, Hayes, that play.
Yeah.
First thing came to my mind.
Yeah. Gerald said, I said earlier, Coach, he's 5. My bad, dog. That's why I asked. I ain't tripping.
Getting out.
Really flawed. I'm trying to keep mustard on this. I'm trying to keep some ketchup on my sandwich. I was just stating a fact. Sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater. She's my hater alerter. And I will not hate. That's not a hateful statement. I was just trying to say that foot speed is going to be an issue, I think, in his drafting stuff, because these safeties today have to play man in the way it is, just what it is. These offenses have gotten good at manipulating and forcing guys to become cover guys. And so that's why I think foot speed is going to be big for him, and they want to see how he tops out and so forth and so on. And I don't know if he's a true free safety. He may be a strong safety, so he may be a guy to have to come in, a nickel. But if you're going to be a nickel, you got to have some cover skills like a corner. You see now they call it slot corners now. They don't even call it nickel. They call it slot corner. So anyhow, there's a lot to that, man. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. If you don't mind, Straight, I like to give them a few more minutes. I've been going for a week, so I like to give the people what they want.
Man, don't be trying to. You think you push me in the corner? Come on, Street. Let's give people extra time. You gonna say no live? I'm gonna send you a text.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna play it on the screen. Go ahead, send it to me. I'm gonna show it on the screen.
Come on, dude. Let's give people what they want.
I'm gonna show you what they really see.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, nah. I'm just saying, man. I think
we got one more subject, bro. What you want to talk about? I thought we ran through all of them.
No, we got one more thing to talk about with this situation. Travis Hunter. There was a story. I'm gonna ask you. I've said my piece about it, but I'll ask you. The two-way player. What do you think? What do you think primarily is his position? One, right? Because I believe in the NFL, he'll have a primary position. He's not going to be a offense, defensive guy like we did in high school and like he's doing there. Second is, what do you think? First, what is his primary position? Do you think it's a receiver? Do you think it's DB? And then my second question is, do you think he will have significant playing time in the opposite position in which you don't think so? I hope that makes sense. I just made this question up.
I think you're a receiver. And I don't see the NFL using him on defense. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think we feel the same way then. I think he's and y'all, I've said it before. I'm a defensive dude. Now I told y'all I'll be a defense. I'll pick a guy on defense first. But I think in today's football game, I think he's better as a receiver in today's game. I think that I know it's gonna sound crazy because soon as I don't even know if he runs the 40, but whatever. I think overall foot speed and quickness can become his Achilles heel. because he's a very reactive player and proactive. But just topping out, I don't know. I've had some questions because I've seen some games last year, and this was prior to him being hurt. You got to be careful. I'm sorry, really flawed. I'm trying to be good.
Trying not to hate.
Try not to hate. You even call me a hater. I'm trying not to hate. But anyway,
I just don't know if because you say nothing bad about somebody don't mean you're a hater, dog.
I said the same thing, but they told me that I make sandwiches, and my sandwiches are hateful.
You make sandwiches. What do you mean you make sandwiches?
I'm gonna let you watch the video. Shout out to Really Flawed. She made a great, I guess it was a philosophy on fan base. LV, throw it in the chat so the people can see. I don't know what it is. LV, the producer, she'll throw it in the chat. But yeah, I make sandwiches. But anyway, yeah. So I think he's a receiver. I think he's more dynamic as a receiver. Like when he get that ball in his hand, like he made great plays. Don't get me wrong. Like them interceptions were awesome and great. But there are ways they can isolate you on defense. But once you're on the football field as offense, there are multiple ways to get you the ball, right? There's, the slip screens that is down the field. And he's got excellent ball skills, dog. Like I have to say this. There's no feel like, the term 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
For him, it's 70-30 balls.
When the ball in the ass
70-30. I give him 70-30, bro. I give him 70-30. The dude can contort his body, and he just find a way to come up with the ball. So I definitely give him that right there, man.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Prime did what he did with him playing both ways. He got dinged up, which a lot of people say it'll get him hurt. He did get hurt. So yeah, I think they'll use him as a wide receiver and maybe, I don't know, kick returner, but I just think he'll be so valuable as a wide receiver.
Nah, he don't even do that for Colorado, I don't think. He don't even return like that for Colorado. I don't think he had in high school yet, but
you can't have him on the play every play. Can't have him on the field every play.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to be in a return game. I don't think he's that. For one, and here's another thing. I may be wrong, so the fact checkers let me know. I would love to see his injury history because that's part of being drafted too, right? These guys want to know the injury history. Are you prone to being hurt? Last year, I mean, yeah, he took a nasty cheap shot and he got hurt. But prior to that, I don't know what his injury history is. And he's not a big guy. He's not a big dude, bro. Like,
not at all.
He's not a big, like his frame is thin. That doesn't mean it's bad, but when you start talking about these 27, 28, 30-year-old men that been in the league and they bench pressing Volkswagen engines and they come to knock your head off, you might be asleep. Viral says, no, he's not injury prone. The reason I asked because I heard that he was out for a few games against Jackson State. That first year, that was the second year he got there.
He was. I don't know if that was Prime doing, but remember he sat for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So I know he was out a few games at Jackson State. He was out, of course, because of that late hit at Colorado against Colorado State. Oh, somebody said he broke his ankle before the JSU season. That's why he missed the first half of JSU season. There you go.
Really?
Yeah, see, he had to get surgery, but it happened well before the season. I don't know how he broke it well before the season, but those are the type of things that these doctors look at, right? They do percentages and they do all kind of stuff, man. So they definitely look at that kind of stuff and see what's what. But that's what it is. That injury was from high school. Okay. So yeah, shout out to them, man. Hey, real quick, I want to finish this off, man. We were talking about it earlier. Shout out to Chad Ochocinco, 329 people in the building. I just want to ask this before we kind of wrap this thing up, but y'all don't leave. Dang, I noticed this. Soon as we be like, all right, man, so let me, and look, three people start dropping off. Relax. We having fun with it, man.
They start getting out of here.
Chad Ochocinco, shout out to him. And this is gonna be my own see how. I don't see how he went out there and battle rap DNA and Charlie Clips. And did a good job, man. So shout out to Chad Ochocinco, because I know they had what's my man's name? Not Murder Mook. What's his name? Loaded Lux.
He did a decent job. He did a decent job.
It's kind of chocolate dropper, Kevin Hart, chocolate dropper-ish. You know, Dr. Seuss, green eggs and ham, I am rhymes, but it was good. He had, he said something like, if y'all want some of this smoke, call me. Because just like my jersey number in 12 seasons, I ain't changed my number. Yes, sir.
Horrible.
Yeah. Oh, golly. But no, we had fun with it, man. But
horrible.
It was actually kind of like when the way I delivered it, terrible. But he did a good job. I had to say he did a good job, man, under the pressure.
Did he?
I think so. I think he did, you know, for what it is. I'm not asking him to go in there and be the MVP of battle rap. You know what I mean? But he did. I thought he did a good job, man. And Smack, because you was talking about Smack. Of course, Smack put it on. And so that's why it was funny when we were talking earlier before we started the show.
I met Smack last night, man, at the Drake concert, man. I had to get that man this
what concert? At the what concert?
Drake and Friends.
Oh Lord, my dog's streeting that thing. Kiki,
Drake and
do you
Friends.
love me? Are you riding? I would never ever be beside you because I want you and I need
Drake
you and I'm down for you always. D. You was in the like that street? Huh?
No. Politics.
Stop lying.
Politicking, man. I was in there politicking, man.
Hey, Street, stop lying. You did exactly what. Hold on, I meant to say this earlier. All the celebrities.
I was in there politicking, dog.
Hold on, real quick before you do that. All these celebrities, because I was just watching a thing with Luke, and Luke was on some reel or something, and they were talking about, has anybody taken his music? He was talking about the French Montana song, Don't Stop, Pop That, Don't Stop. And they said, oh, man, you used to hang out with P. Diddy? He like, no, I've been to some parties, but you know, I always left early. Every celebrity that they asked that they hung out with P. Diddy, from Bun B, now these my heroes now, Bun B and all. Oh no, I ain't never hang out with P. Diddy like that. You know, I used to leave early. The boy, come on, dog. You can't tell me every celebrity that went to a P. Diddy party, they'll tell me, no, I left early. It wasn't me. I used to leave early.
Everybody left early. Everybody left early. But no, I went,
I said, what you doing out there, dog? Taking pictures?
That's Lil Durk right there. Now Lil Durk kind of affiliated with our group, what we got, man. So I kind of got in backstage, like a boss, went backstage. Okay. Chilling with the stars on the floor, you know what I'm saying? You see how close the boy is. And it's kind of like politicking, man. Politicking, some content, man. I met some good people. Like I said, I met Smack from URL. Definitely not about going out there singing Kiki and looking at Sexy Red, bro. It's about business. I bumped into you, Smack. There was Smack right there.
Smack.
I bumped into you, little young Bane. See that boy? Your boy going through the back though, boy. Ain't getting no tip. Boy, we going through the.
You getting arrested? You getting arrested like a boss? You ain't going through the back door. They arresting you, kicking you out the stadium, dog. Nah, that's good stuff, bro.
Like a boss, dog. You see me?
You see me? Paparazzi. Paparazzi ass streeter, dog.
Yeah, Drake right there, boy. Look, it's so what?
Babe. Waffle color
right there, dog.
Waffle color.
Waffle color. I bumped into Bane on the way out there. Bane was there. Bane had good seats. You know, he got that NIL, my boy. Look how close I was, boy. I could steal the shoelaces, boy.
Yeah, they say P. Diddy was having a party later.
Oh, there it is. There go football right there. Footballville. There it is.
See, hold up, Street. Right there. Stop. Pause it.
You can't pause it.
Well, go back and play it again.
Instagram.
You just missed a marketing opportunity. You should have ran up there and took the mic from Drake and be like, I'm going to let you finish, but first. And then had your Footballville shirt on and make all the girls wear your Footballville shirt. See what I'm saying? They be like, who's Footballville?
Last night, Drake was like, man, everybody, man, I just want y'all to love each other, man. I want y'all to just look next to the dude next to you, man. Dap them up. We finna have a good time tonight. The lady next to you, shake her hand, give her a hug. It's all about love tonight. Dude's walking up to girls talking about, hey, Drake said, give me your phone number.
What was that, dog? What arena was this in?
Where they play where the Panthers play at.
Oh, it used to be called Bank United or Bank Atlantic.
Bank United, yeah. Hey, Drake said, give me your phone number.
Okay.
Oh, Drake said it.
Who is that right there? Let the people know. Who is that?
Where we at? That's Lil Durk. That's Drake. That's Lil Durk. Lil Durk came out first.
That's that. All my life.
All my life.
Yeah.
And trying to keep me down. Dirk trying to change his life, man. Dirk out of Chicago. Dirk tired of that shoot it up.
Ooh, talk to me.
She do a podcast. Shout out to her.
Oh, go back. You a hater. Go back.
I had on the podcast before. We was talking about Tyler Van Dyke.
Who is that?
My Stephanie Batista.
Click her link.
All my life.
Got his good eye on it.
Stephanie Batista. She live here, yeah.
Man, click the link. Got my good eye on it. Hey, click the dang on picture, man. Stop being a hater.
Hold on, let's see. We click a good one. Nah,
all of them good. Yeah. Oh.
It was on the podcast. Young Steph.
Did you tell her like you did at the concert? Did you say, hey, Kohei said, get his number?
And Kohei said,
I'm like, who the hell is Kohei?
She said she going back to school to be a lawyer. She said she's going back to law school last night, bro. No, man, but
you will commit a crime so she can defend me.
That's Steph, young Steph. Was young Steph be young? Steph be like 23, 22 years old. She do a podcast. She do a little podcast. So nah.
This is about to be Hayes Batista Street.
Hayes Batista. Hayes Batista Street. 22. All right, don't get no sex trafficking. Drake had a whole band in there.
Hey, you heard me, Street? Hey, Street.
Yeah, a band in there. Spaceship flying around.
Street, I'm gonna let her do all the driving. So I ain't gonna drive the car. You don't get
Hurricane Bane. Yeah, I know Hurricane Bane is, right?
I'm a dog.
Yeah, I know Hurricane Bane is number one defensive lineman in the nation.
Who's that next to him right there in the white shirt? I can't see.
Oh man, I know that dude. I could not pinpoint who it was, but what? And this Lil Durk, OTFL, shout out OTFL agency, man. Lil Durk a part of it. Part owner in the FOL agency, man. So they renamed the OTFL. But no, I was close, man. I was on the flow.
The hell is that?
That's Travis. Ain't that Travis Hunter? Travis, what's the name? Right there, Travis Hunter.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, yeah.
I got you. Nah, that's good stuff, dog. That's good stuff. Them boys out there doing concerts big, man. Last concert I've been to, man, Michael Jackson in the Orange Bowl, bro.
Michael Jackson in the Orange Bowl. Can you imagine Hayes with a Jerry curl in the Orange Bowl? How hot it is out there?
Hey, I was out there straight sleep, though. I was 7. That was 1984. I was 7 years old. That was 40 years ago. Coach was in there asleep. Them fell asleep in the Orange Bowl, dog.
Man, my uncle was at my grandma's funeral last week. I still clown him about it. He left me right at the house and took all the female cousins to see Jackson 5.
Oh, they was just here last week. Yeah, they was here like a week and a half ago. But it was more like the Jackson 4, I think. Because they didn't have
3 hours.
LMV said I was born in 84. Well, baby, I was at the Orange Bowl in 84, and you probably was over at Jackson Memorial just coming into the world talking about wah, wah. And I was in that thing talking about.
Let's get out of here, man.
Anyway, listen, man. I appreciate it. I feel good being back. We got a 3:30, man. They started trying to dip on us. I need your I don't see how. I gave my I don't see how. It was kind of sly, but I gave it.
I don't see how we're gonna see Diddy go to jail.
I do.
20 years. That is just sad. I don't see how. Like, we finna watch Diddy, Surviving Diddy, on Lifestyle Channel, and it's finna go down just like R. Kelly. That shit is sad to me, dog.
Kills got 30. Man.
I don't see how. On that note, bro, listen, man, y'all make sure y'all hit like, share, hit like on Hayes' side of the street, hit like on my side of the street.
So
If you want to get down with IOD Squad, the number at the bottom, 786-405-9499, Bitcoin at 70,000. I started screaming this shit at 25, but that doesn't hear that. Hayes, what you got?
It just went down 3 days ago to 62,000. I was watching it, and it jumped right back up.
It's gonna keep jumping.
So y'all know I made an investment in Bitcoin. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm plus $8 right now.
It's gonna keep jumping.
Yeah, straight up. Anyway, man, we about to get up. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna make it happen, man. Discord, y'all let me know in the Discord. Y'all want to go check it out tonight. Coach been away for a minute, but like I said, I had to take care of family, man. We had to make it happen. Get some stuff done for the OG. She good to go. And like I said, we will jump in the Discord tonight. Y'all put in there what time y'all want to jump in, and we definitely make it happen. Again, this is Hayes Street. I am Coach Hayes. That's my man D Streeter. So today we in New York. We might be in Australia tomorrow. Ain't no telling where we're gonna be, man. But the billboard will be up and we'll be on it. Like I said, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, all the other good stuff. I know it's a slow time of the season, man, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Appreciate y'all. Monday through Friday, 7-ish o'clock. And we be ready to go. We're gonna surprise y'all one day. We're gonna be on time one day. Why? Ain't that right, Street?
One day.
But not today. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, with that being said, we out here. Peace. Hold on. I got to do one of these. Hold on. I got to take you down. Peace. Let me take myself down. Peace. Y'all check out the people out there, man.